Students should run for a position in the academic council because a lot of the very important and strategic decisions that happen at CBS go through the academic council.
Students should run for a position at the study board because that's your chance to have a seat at the table. If you're not there, decisions will get made without you that may not benefit your best interests.
There's a lot of very important decisions being made in the board, and therefore we need some very capable students to sit there and help pushing student agendas that are not always top of mind of some of the other members of the board.
The academic council takes up everything academically. That means education and the scientific side of CBS. And it takes it on a very strategic level. So it's the rules for hiring academics, but it's also things like what's the kind of feedback that we give to students on a more general level, and what sort of initiatives are put in place in order to improve the education at CBS.
Our study board is very big, so we represent quite a few different programs. So for us, a lot of the questions are around the portfolio and how do the different courses fit together. And we've also been developing a number of new lines, sort of merging and joining. So I think that's really interesting because it's a bit of a different strategic level about how programs fit together.
Well, it's the top level of strategic management at CBS, so we often handle all the big lines, the broad things. So strategy, it's holding the deans up on what they're working with. It's the big economic lines, new investments, new ways where we're moving CBS. So where sort of the study board is very operational and where you sit and are very close to your own study, this is really the broad university discussions that are being taken.
The VIPs and the dear that sit in the academic council actually take the students' voice quite seriously, and they actively seek our input for all these various problems that they have. So the students actually have quite a lot of things to say in the academic council.
Students have the most influence in terms of what the courses and their individual programs are, what the exam formats are, how the courses fit together, so issues of progression and how that works, and then also beyond that, figuring out your academic planning to make things easier for you so you don't have overlaps and sort of critical junctures where things don't fit together.
Well, they actually have a lot of influence because they can often talk about things from an angle that the external members of the board and the other internal members don't always catch because they're not students right now. So a lot of the other members are older, so it's been a long time since they were a student, and sometimes you need to remind them how it actually is to be a student at a university.
Personally, I think that I've gotten a really in-depth understanding of how the administration works and about how a public-funded university comes together, and I've had a really good chance to get in contact with a lot of other students around CBS and get to know their different struggles and their different ambitions.
It's a lot of fun. It's a very professional setting. There are some super cool people there, but it's also very challenging, and you get to feel the shivers of having to take decisions that are very important to a lot of people.
It's a way to really get an overview of what happens at every corner of CBS, and for me it's been an interesting challenge to sit there. And also there's sometimes cake. Well, there's always cake and sometimes birthday songs, so that's nice.